So this recipe is my GrandPeggy's prized recipe for her strawberry pretzel salad. It doesn't matter what kind of gathering, whether it be friend, family, church, it doesn't matter. Everyone wants her to bring this. It is requested every single time. So it starts with 2.5 cups of crushed pretzels. I had the stick pretzels, but you can use the twists or whatever you have, as long as they are the plain salted pretzels. I put mine in a bag and just used my rolling pin to I smashed them, and then just measured it out in my measuring cup, 2.5 cups. Go through and make sure there's none that are too incredibly long, but having longer pieces is no big deal. And what we're going to do is add 1 cup of butter, which is 2 sticks, and 1 cup of brown sugar. Now I have a Pyrex pan here that has been greased, and I'm going to mix these 3 together to put in it. That is going to be our crust. In the meantime, I'm using fresh strawberries rather than frozen strawberries, but if you don't have fresh, or if you would rather use frozen, or if that's what you have, just use 1 10 ounce, I think it was 10 ounce bag of frozen strawberries with the juice. But I have fresh, so I'm going to slice these. I've got a package of cream cheese laying out getting soft. I've got a tub, what is this, an 8 ounce tub of your choice of whipped topping, and a 6 ounce package of strawberry jello. So those are what we need. So I'm going to go ahead and add this and my butter and get it all mixed together, and then pour it into the Pyrex dish. So here's the crust in the bottom of the dish, and my oven is preheated to 350 degrees, and I'm going to bake this for 10 minutes and pull it out and let it cool. So while this is baking, I went ahead and got my jello into a bowl. I've got 2 cups of water coming up to a boil, and I have rinsed and drained these, and I am going to slice them up. So I have sliced my strawberries, and I did mine into rounds, and I have here my gelatin. I'm going to add 2 cups of boiling water to the gelatin. And whisk it in real good. And now that that's all mixed in together and it's still hot, I'm going to add my strawberries, and this is where you would add your frozen strawberries if that's what you were using instead. So add my strawberries. There we go.
Mommy, I got Christmas.
All right, and now all those are in and mixed and coated, and I'm going to put this in the refrigerator just till it starts to set a little bit. You don't want it to totally set, but I want it just a little bit of a thicker consistency. So this is going in the fridge. It's time for me to take out my pretzels from the oven, and we'll move on to the final step. All right, so I just pulled this out of the oven. I just wanted to show you that it is see how it's kind of sliding a little bit? You want the sugar to dissolve so it's not like all broken up and like separate. You want the butter and the sugar to melt together and it'll be one even crust. So the last layer, I thought I was recording, but I guess I didn't actually hit the button hard enough. The last layer, all I did is just take a softened brick of cream cheese and 1 cup of sugar and cream them together. I used just my little hand mixer. So what I'm going to now is take the Cool Whip or whipped topping, and I'm going to fold it in with a spatula. So the crust is done and is cooling, almost completely cool. The jello with the strawberries is halfway, just about ready to set, halfway completely set. And then this is cream, just waiting on the whipped topping. So let me get this folded in and we will start assembling. All right, so now it is time for assembly. This is completely cooled. You don't want this to be warm because it will melt your cream cheese. So this is completely cooled. I've got my brick of cream cheese that was creamed with a cup of sugar, and I just folded in the tub of Cool Whip, nice and gentle. You don't want it to fall. And then here are my strawberries that have been in the fridge, and you can see that it's still kind of liquid, but when I run something through it, it doesn't like jiggle all around. It stays. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and call that good because I don't want it to set too much. So I'm going to pour this and spread this on top of the pretzels, and then pour my Jell-O mixture on top of the cream cheese. So there is the pretzels on the bottom. Don't know if you can see, probably not. And then the cream cheese mixture on top, and now for the Jell-O. And now here are the strawberries and everything lifted out. I've got a little bit of cream cheese mixture on top because I used my spatula just to kind of help move the strawberries around. So I got transfer. If you don't want transfer, then I suggest you use a clean spatula, but this is just for my family to eat and we don't care. So this is ready to go in the fridge. I may have waited a little long because you can see it started to solidify on the bottom of the bowl. So I may have waited a little bit too long to add the strawberries, but other than that piece that was along the bottom, that was just here on the bottom. Other than that, it was ready to go. So here this is. I'm going to put it in the fridge and allow it to set, and then we'll be having some dessert. Hope you enjoy.